Okay, so I want to go over some things because I've really cut my teeth on Linux, and I'm really thankful that I've had this opportunity to learn Linux. It has been phenomenal. I have rather enjoyed using Fedora. Fedora has been a powerhouse of an operating system. I have enjoyed using it. I have enjoyed using KDE Plasma. I have enjoyed using Linux 7.0, like using a lot of the like seeing a lot of how Linux has progressed over the years has made me very happy. And for the first time in a very long time, I could recommend this to somebody and say, look, this is a stable operating system. You can probably use this within a very, very wide selection of needs. Unfortunately, as far as where I'm at in my orbit, I'm pretty far out there. So it seems my needs are still a bit niche for Linux as far as it comes to investing. And do I have a bug on me or something? Oh no, it's just a hole in my shirt. Thank God. Sorry about that. And so we're gonna talk about a few things here. This application, I have tried to trade with this application on another Linux machine, the Raspberry Pi, and this is way too complicated for what I needed to do, and I ended up like losing a ton of money with this just today, since this afternoon, at about 5 o'clock p.m. when the markets opened. So it's a good application. I'm sure if like I were more coherent with this application, I would probably enjoy it. There's some more advanced features within this application that like MetaTrader and others don't currently have, but it's not necessary for trading foreign exchange for what I do. So it's a great application for what it is, but it is a little bit too complex for my taste and too complicated for what I need. So like if we're come to here and look at this, if we're to go like forex.com, I have to like go through their whole setup process here, and it's good. Like it's a really really good like program, but it doesn't support all of the brokers that I like to use. Like let's see here, we got Tradier, but that's it. We don't have like trading. We have StoneX, but there's no like trading. You got Trade Zero, Cobra Trading, Gemini, and we skip right from Gemini right over to Webull, and then Bitsmap, and so like it's completely out of order. So let's TRADING. So we got .com. Yeah. It doesn't support all of the platforms that I use, and so maybe there's a way of adding it by hand. I'm sure there is. I'm sure this application is more than coherent and capable of doing what I need it to do, but it's not. It doesn't support all of them, so, which is unfortunate, because this is a really good application. I'm not going to sit here and say the application is what lost me money, but the application and my inexperience with this application is what cost me money today. So it's unfortunate that I do have to go back to Windows. I missed some time. I missed some things on timing, and it has been it's been all over the place. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and skip out of that. Don't get me wrong; it's a good application. It's just not what I'm used to. If I were to like say like, does Linux have an application? If you guys are looking for signing up for some basic type trading and stuff like that on Linux, or you just what have you, this application seems to it does seem to work. It doesn't seem to like, but it doesn't really like do what I need it to do, if that makes any sense. Like it has tabs instead of like a grid. I can't really figure out how to set up a grid with this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like the application. So I am going back. MetaTrader has a wine bottle, but I haven't been able to get it to work, and I have noticed a couple of other things that have come up. So let's come in here to graphics. For some reason it puts this in here, and I cannot for the life of me sometimes get Bamboo Studio to start. Oh, there it goes. Make a liar out of me. There were some updates today, so that might have fixed it. But like, but that's the thing. Like, some updates will come and they'll break things, and it'll be broken for a little bit, and then they get fixed. And it'll be broken for a little bit, and then it get fixed. And then it'll be broken for a little bit, and then it get fixed. It was like, I left Windows to get away from that shit. So, I will be reinstalling Windows on this computer because of the other applications that I run in the background. I'm not going to go into every application that I run, but there is a bunch of applications that I like to run that run my life that either don't have a solution on Linux, or the solution on Linux makes no sense, or the solution on Linux is just going to cost me more time than it's worth to try to figure out, if that makes any sense. I'm not saying that the solutions don't exist. It's just that it's just such an out-of-the-way solution for what I need as a solution for my problem, for interoperability with the rest of my stuff in the world, if that makes a whole lot of sense. That doesn't mean that I'm leaving Linux behind for good. I'm going to build a secondary computer specifically for Fedora, because I love Fedora. I am absolutely 100% in love with this distribution. I'm sold. I'm gonna be, on a personal computer running Linux, but on my desktop, which is my main work PC, this is my workhorse. This is how I make my money. This is my bread and butter. I cannot leave Windows. It's not a matter of what I prefer or what I love. It's a matter of I need to make money in order to get through life. The opinions of others of my life and the wants of my childish ways of, oh, wouldn't it be great if I were completely like anonymous on the internet? What could I look up for completely anonymously? And all that's, cute and all, but I'm not really like edgy. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't really have anything to hide on my computer. Most of the stuff that I have on my computer is like World of Warcraft, Forex information, my tax documents and such like that. And I'm used to living life in a very specific way. I'm used to using Microsoft Excel. Yeah, the AI features are kind of a pain in the ass. But I have like an unlimited lifetime to Microsoft 365, whatever the hell they want to call it now. I don't really care what they call it. It could be called Copilot 365. I don't care. I have a lifetime access to Microsoft Office Professional. So yeah, trying to replace it with LibreOffice has been a pain right in the butt, right from the get-go. In fact, like Pay My Money is a really good application, and it's an application I will be taking into Windows with me. OBS is another application I will be taking into Windows with me. Firefox is an application I will be taking into Windows with me. So I'm not exactly leaving these open source applications behind. DaVinci Resolve is a really, really good application. In fact, this has been super duper cool for like editing videos. I'm not a video editor or anything like that. But if you notice, like, if I open this untitled project, whatever, but there's no way of like making this light mode on Linux. You can do it on Windows apparently, but you can't make it light mode on Linux for some reason, and I don't know. Maybe you can't. Maybe I'm just wrong, and you can't make it light mode on Windows either. And if that's the case, I have access to Adobe Premiere. So if I really, really wanted to get into this long-term video editing stuff, I have access to Adobe Premiere on Windows. I don't have access to Adobe Premiere on Linux. Another major reason I am walking away from Linux is because it doesn't have a proper audio DAC for my MIDI keyboard. In my spare time, I like to play in a band, and I'm the pianist. I have the keyboard over there. I can go get it and show you. Actually, instead of just talking about it, let me go ahead and pause the video real quick. Unpause this. All right, so here's the MIDI keyboard that I use. It is a Roland A30. This is my keyboard, right? And the interface on the back of this, if I can do this without breaking anything, hold on a second. It's kind of expensive, so I don't want to break it. There's no audio out on this. This is not like headphones. This is this is for the sustain switch. This is like the pedal that I put on the floor. We got through, MIDI out, and MIDI in, and that's all we have. And power and a switch. That's it, right? And the serial number and everything for it. It works really well with like Apple hardware. GarageBand is a really, really beautiful DAC, and there's just so many good tools on the Mac that exist that work really well with my keyboard. Another really good program. There are some okay programs on Windows, but Linux is suffering from the same program inhospitability as Windows is. So what I'm going to probably end up doing is just getting like a MacBook Neo to run this, which is all I really need, because all I needed to do is launch GarageBand on it, allow me to play the music and record the music, do what I need to do through whatever, through their interface, and output the audio through a 3.5mm headphone jack. That is all I need GarageBand to do. And it'll be set up in a location. This keyboard will be set up in a location running just on that Mac, and I'll be getting like another keyboard that just plays audio out for my home studio here. So yeah, Linux can't, for the life of me, I can't do like creative work on Linux, and so that's leaving me in the past. So right now, Linux doesn't really have a whole lot of like killer applications, and this has been one of the biggest problems facing Linux on the desktop, is that it doesn't really have any killer applications outside of it being free and open source. I do see a lot of like governments and stuff switching over to it, and this is a really, really good sign. Like we're definitely seeing a lot of move towards an open source future. I really believe that like most software, if not all software, should be open source and free, but we live in a world where money rules everything, and it is dictating the fact that I need to go back to Windows, at least for the time being, to run the programs that I need to run. And in the background, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another computer or buy a cheap Linux compatible laptop just to continue to learn how to do things on Linux, because I need to be able to do what I need to do on Windows and kind of still learn to be able to continue to learn Linux. It's been great. It's been fun. I have had a lot of fun with this, but I do need to get going. So I will talk to you guys another time.